Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, Salatu Salam ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Assalamu alaikum everyone, I hope you guys are all doing well. Today I just wanted to take a few minutes of your time to share with you a reminder about this temporary world. And it is super temporary, whether we live on this earth for some years, 20 years, 30 years, or even reach the higher numbers of 100 years. It's very temporary. And if you ask anyone that reaches their old age, they'll tell you they don't know where the time passed. Because subhanAllah, no matter what we do, we feel like we're going to live in this world forever. Because this is the world we know. No matter how much we know of the hereafter, or what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shared with us, or what the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ shared with us, we don't know much about the hereafter. We only know a little bit. But we know everything here. We know our feelings here, we know our actions here, we know our loved ones here, we know everything about this dunya. And subhanAllah, we really feel sometimes that we're going to reside here forever. And this is from the deception of shaitan. That he deceives us about Allah, and he deceives us about this dunya, this temporary world. But today I wanted to share with you a hadith of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ that was reported in al-Tirmidhi, where he says, 3 follow the deceased, 2 of them return, and 1 remains. He is followed by his family, his wealth, and his deeds. So his family and his wealth returns, and his deeds remain. And subhanAllah, this is where he's talking about how his family and his wealth and his deeds will follow him to the grave. But 2 of those will return back. They will not enter the grave with him or with her. And his family, no matter how much they love you, they will always go back. And your wealth is probably dispersed before you're even finished at the gravesite, putting your grave into the ground, putting your casket into the ground, subhanAllah. And it's very unique that we allow those 2 to distract us completely from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We allow our families and our loved ones to distract us from Him, and we allow our wealth to distract us from Him, that we work day and night just to gain more wealth and to have a higher status. And subhanAllah, that is put to the side, and our families will walk back, but our deeds go into the grave with us. So it's just something that should make us extremely mindful that yes, as we want success in this world, we should desire success in the hereafter. And desiring success means we work for the sake of Allah. We earn for the sake of Allah. We give for the sake of Allah. We live for the sake of Allah. That means we sacrifice our life and our wealth and our strength and our health to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because He's the one who gave us that. He is the one who gave us that. So as I say, this is just a short reminder to remind you that every single one of us is guaranteed death. So don't allow the dunya to distract you. Don't allow shaitan to deceive you about this world and about the hereafter and about Allah. Know that every single day that you wake up is a gift. It's a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So do what's pleasing to Him and what you will find fruitful for you in the hereafter. And don't ever wake up thinking you're going to live to see the night. And when you live to see the night and you fall asleep, don't expect to rise the next morning. And I promise you that if you live with this mindset, that you live in this world because it's temporary, and you work goodness in this world because you know everything that you do is going to be held accountable, and that you love endlessly those that you love, okay, knowing that there is going to come a time where you're going to be separated from them, you will live a different life. You will be a different person. You will be a person who is content. You will be a person who is grateful for every opportunity and blessing that they have, and you will live to the fullest every day knowing that you put forth your best and that you will be happy and settled when you reach Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's the opposite feeling, subhanAllah, than when a person is just constantly working for the dunya, just constantly working for the dunya, and they're neglecting the hereafter. I feel those people are more scared of death, because we're scared of the actual physical death. But can't we think a little bit, what's more, what is something more that we have to worry about? Is it our heart, that it stops pumping, that physical death? Or should we be more worried about when our heart spiritually dies? When our heart spiritually dies and it's only working for the dunya and it neglects the hereafter. We have to be mindful of those things. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us amongst those who are constantly working for the favor of Allah, that we constantly do acts that are favored by Allah, that we constantly are preparing for our hereafter as we plan and prepare for our dunya, and if not more. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to only take us when He's pleased with us, and to make us amongst those who have an abundance of good deeds, and that we are happy and content when we meet Him, and we will be happy with our results after He's judged our affairs. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in.